Hey everyone, this is Sunday with Farmers Business Network, and we're here today to talk about all things budgeting and financing as we look toward 2022. And TJ Wilson is our expert who will be guiding us through this journey. He is the head of sales for FBN Finance. So, hello, TJ. Let's dive right into it.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. So let's get started with the biggest question that maybe everyone has. Why do I need a farm budget?
I think budgets are important for all farmers as they're looking because the crop year is obviously year to year. So we need to think about what's the next year going to look like, what kind of income are they going to generate off of that crop, where are their expenses going to be, and start building a baseline for what that may look like and help them make some decisions for the next year.
Awesome. So going into this budgeting process, what information do farmers need to create or update their current farm budget?
Yeah, the best information to use when creating a farm budget is looking at your historical information. Obviously, farmers all have tax returns. Look back at what your expenses have been historically. Try to build a baseline for what that may look like for the next year. By this time of year, a lot of farmers are already starting to lock in their expenses as well. So they're going to have a good idea of what their crop is going to cost them to raise over the next year, and they're going to know what they're going to plant. What their formal planting intentions are going to be because a lot of them have already bought their seed. So they're going to have a good idea of what their expenses are. And then when it comes to the expense or the income side of things, just narrowing down, being conservative with what you're looking at. What are you going to raise? How much are you going to raise? What are conservative price estimates going to be? So looking at those types of things, that's the main information that you're going to need in building your budget for the next year.
Gotcha. And so if they go about sort of creating a plan and they're thinking about it conservatively, how do they set goals for a crop year?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to each individual operation has different goals. So what is your goal for the year? Is it paying off debt? Is it building working capital? Is it making as much money as you possibly can? Is it taking risk off the table? So, based off of what your goal is for your operation, sitting down and coming up with a budget that will build around those goals and help accomplish that. So looking at it from the standpoint of knowing what your revenue that you want, what your income is that you want to accomplish, what your goal is, build a conservative estimate, both from the income and expense side of things, to try to build in those types of baselines for yourself. A lot of operations, you want to make sure that you're conservative in what your expense approach is going to be, to make sure that you build in enough cushion to, handle the unforeseen situations that we've seen over the last few years. There's a lot of volatility in the ag space, especially on the income side right now. So building in a good cushion for yourself and building in a lot of leeway for your operation to be successful is of the utmost importance.